Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're really at the brink of a new energy. Every day is a new recreation. I made a decision. I'm here to speak about spirituality. For those who are new, welcome. And everyone else, of course. Do not forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. I wanted to discuss the fact that first I made a decision is to no longer follow all. There is so many disclosure of the dark aspect of the reality here, and so I'm receiving tons of information, but I do not even want to follow that. It's like I'm not longer interested. I want to put so much more of my attention in my own vision in creating this life of peace, of joy, of abundance. Everything in the news, everything is like completely irrelevant. For it will balance it out when it's necessary. But other than that, it's like do not be curious about all. It's for me, but I've chosen no longer to be curious of all that will be unfolding in the dark side. For what is preventing the ascension, there is only one thing life is created from the mental subconscious. So when we put our attention somewhere, we're recreating it. It's automatic. So when we remove our attention from something low and we put our attention into something beautiful vision, then we're assisting in creating that. So we have to make new choices, let go of self-judgment, relax in order to make lucid choice, because and to let negative thoughts and emotion pass without reaction. Do not hang on to them. Embrace them, embrace your fears. Well, you have to embrace all fear, otherwise they will remain. But to find the fear, whatever make us afraid, we need to discharge it. So it's important to meet our fear fearlessly. And for the only thing the only obstacle that prevents us from accessing cosmic consciousness is the limited mind and the limited emotion. It's our reaction to the negative and lower paths. So as we let go of that, we will really disengage from that, and we move into a higher timeline, a timeline that is like a parallel Earth or a parallel universe, where all of that will still remain around, but will be on a totally different trajectory. And call on the angels and archangels, ascended master, or your guides, or your creator. They will confirm all that I'm saying, in order to, because the God and source and all those beings only want your highest good, your freedom, your liberation. Yet there is this idea of free will. For there are silent observers and there is the watchers. No matter where we are, there is always silent observers. The creator is the first silent observer. He observes all things and he becomes involved only when he's called upon. And so our guides are somewhat silent observer, but then they're always kind and always assisting us in the evolution. But there are groups of guardians, watchers, that are here, the voice of consciousness. We contracted them before we came in to give us, to kick our ass sometimes, to push us, because we do not want to repeat the same cycle. We really needed to create the change in this lifetime in order to allow us to shift out of the cycle of reincarnation. For everything is about balancing out energy. And so a lot of people are coming into this reality because they have debt, karmic debt. We want to align the soul. Once this part of our soul, this part of consciousness that's incarnated, every time we end an incarnation, we see that there are imperfections, and eventually we want to align with the perfection of our original soul. The soul is a divine, eternal, perfect being, and so. But we also have a choice to return to the Creator. It's like there is never something that's like, well, we need to return into incarnation. It's just because the soul wants to balance out the energies. Sometimes it feels that it has debts. But do not torture yourself. Free yourself. Forgive others. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is like giving us, each and every being is receiving information from the intuition, but they don't listen to it. They're more mentally implicated with this dualistic game. So just become more aware and disengage. Learn to disengage from those things that do not bring joy, that there's no love. It's like because that's what they made most important, but it's not really what's most important. Is bring you joy, what brings you happiness. And so it has to be a choice to choose happiness, and then things change. And so, I'm not, sometimes I'm just being a little, I'm not sugarcoating what I'm saying, I'm just exposing a truth, so just use whatever resonates with you, but I know that what I'm saying makes sense on some higher level, and for there is no more avoiding the past. Also, the memory have to be balanced out, so you have to make peace with your past, otherwise they'll continue to bite us in the ass, so to speak, and so we need to balance it out, send golden light into all those energetic chords so they soften up, forgive, and move beyond that. Just once it's forgiven, you can just allow yourself to move beyond that. For the divine law is eternally perfect. For God is eternally perfect. There is no infinite perfection, and all the laws He created in the universe are infinitely perfect. If he saw a way to improve the law, He's not victim of His own perfection. He would change the law, but the law are perfect. So every being has to face the consequences of his action or her action. So. But the question is, do you love your creation? Do you love your life? And so if not, make the choices and the changes that are necessary, because life is created and recreated from subconscious mental energies. So there is enough for everybody to be completely abundant, to be in prosperity. This is the way Spirit created the world, and that is wanted by Spirit. But so it's like, but there is this consciousness of scarcity, of lack that has been created, and that's not wanted by Spirit, but there is free will. And so we need to slowly disengage people from this judgment mentality on judging others, like all these climate things, like well, yeah, I'm going to have a source, well, yeah, it's created a supernova, so just don't think that because it's creating a supernova. Human beings have no power whatsoever in the climate, in the power of the sun and the earth. It is, well, I want to send my love and blessing and prayer for all those in Florida that have I saw that this hurricane was very a lot of water was coming in, so it's going to be a lot of time of healing. I've been through a hurricane; it takes time to heal. Yet the Hurricane Andrew that we had in South Beach, Miami, they didn't bring in water, and it just removed all the old trees. The wind was just wind. So this looks a lot more difficult to handle because of all the water, but it's part of the purification. I hope you stayed safe if you were there. For continue to cultivate this self-love and to cultivate this and loving the whole, loving the collective, loving life, and so because. It's like there is all this mentality. Some people like to be treated like animals, but it's not approved by Spirit. And so just do not fall prey to the victimization. Do not even look at all those plans that are so dark, that dystopic. There's so much dystopia. It's like offered. Is it really what you want? I don't want it, but I'll accept it anyway. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to comment it on it. It's like the shadows on the wall of the cavern. I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to forward it. I'm going to discuss it. I'm going to, just forget all that. Focus on the light. Focus on the love. See what works already. There's so many things. For every dysfunction to work, it has to be a thousand things that are functional. Like if we are sick, if we have a little illness in our body, it's because there is a thousand system inside our body that is working. Otherwise, the whole thing would fall apart. So just focus on health. If you're sick, focus on health. If you lack resources, focus on abundance. Try to feel it, have trust, continue to cultivate this sense of. But it's also there is no free ride in the universe. We live in a magnetic universe. We have to produce an energy to receive an energy. There is a sense of reciprocity. And there is no more need to blame anybody else or anyone else or the collective. It's like the beggar's mentality. There's a lot of people that are spiritual beggars. I'm not judging, but they won't really get they won't get all that much, because what we give, what we get, what we give, and we have to produce an energy. For the love of God is a given, but the ascension, the ascension of consciousness is a meritocracy. The more we produce, the more we create, the more we work on the inner self, on the love and the compassion, on the perfecting our character, and so on. perfecting all those things that makes the program move forward, will be reciprocated in the universe and in terms of the energy, the administration of energy. So it is a meritocracy that is created, and the future society on the physical plane will be a meritocracy. For wisdom are for the ones that are rich in spirit. They are not for the beggars. And it's the same thing, but Stott explains, it's like wisdom has absolutely no use for the fool. It only has meaning for the wise. So just continue to cultivate your wisdom and ask for more. There is always more wisdom. Wisdom is like an energy that traverses us, that is beyond something that we could conceive. It's always comes from, there is always higher wisdom to discover. So just be humble and be in the gratitude of receiving and continue to cultivate. Ask. Sometimes asking is all we need to receive. For everything is all about trade of energy, and we want to earn the good of our ascension, and so. But we have to learn the law of magnetic laws of attraction, how it works. It's subtle. We want to move from the karma to the grace. So that we need to continue to cultivate this forgiveness for ourselves. And when a situation is unpleasant or there is something very tense, conflict, and so on, leave the situation as soon as possible. It will get worse. And for those who are, if those who are cultivating the negative, it's going to emphasize. It's not going to all of a sudden turn into like, oh, everything's solved by magic and miracle. So just align with the perfection of who you are, your soul, and just trust that, and understand what is yours, what is someone else is someone else. There is not like, oh, we all one and I can take anything I want. No, just trust that we all receive when we need to receive. It's the same thing with the place of incarnation. When we incarnate, we choose our parents, we choose some people will not accept that. They say, no, it's not true. But the parents do not choose their children, but the children choose their parents. And so when someone comes in with certain gift and talents, it's because their soul has cultivated that. So forget all sorts of jealousy or anything. If people have earned what they have, and if they've been given something and they misuse it, their soul will teach them that's one way or another. Everything has to find its balance. And so just trust everything in the hands of the Creator for everything, and focus on your good. And so just continue to cultivate those things that make you feel good. I hope this message was interesting for you. Call on your guides. They will assist you. They will show you. Call on your Creator. And the more we integrate, we remember that we come from a divine source, the more this source will integrate within ourselves. And so I thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. I enjoy your comments. I'll finish with a song. But there is a great deal of celebration that are coming. I do see it, I feel it, I know. But it's something I cultivated for many, many years. I've been had this grand vision, and now I'm going to be able to. Spirit says I deserve to manifest, to live, to experience that grand vision, and to already prepare this golden age. There are more and more people that are coming into the picture, and we're going to come into synchronicity, where there is going to be this collective vision for the new age. The golden age will be created out of the collective beliefs and imagination of those who are awakening. So do not please let go of all the lower frequency. This it's happening. It's like the universe will continue to make it happen, or just follow your heart. If you have personal responsibility into anything, then fulfill your responsibility, of course. And so I'm finished with this song. It's a song of Jimi Hendrix. Talks about someone who meets his own guardian angel and find the freedom and the eternal joy in that. It's called Angel. Angel, come down from heaven yesterday. She stayed with me just long enough to rescue me. And she tell me a story yesterday about the love between the moon and the deep blue sea. And she spread a wing high over me, and she say, I shall return tomorrow. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel, tomorrow I will feel you by my side. And sure enough, this morning comes to me, where silver winged silhouette against the glow of a child's sunrise. And as the bluebird and sparrows envy me, she say, I love you, little boy, and today you shall fly. She kissed me once, and the feeling so good, she made me cry. And now we fly together. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel, together we shall always be alive. Call on your guardian angel, allow this beautiful divine being of light, they're seraphim, they're very high angels. Guardian angels are very, very high angels. They have all kinds of power, but they need to be, they have our back, but they need us to come into our own self-empowerment. Yet they're intimate associates, and you can call on them. It's like, imagine your guardian angel as the perfect soulmate. It's like, for me, it's like my guardian angel would be the perfect soulmate, but she's an angel, so I have all the soulmates here on the planet, but it's like your ideal counterpart in some sense, and so just, you can be comfortable. The angels will always be light, will always treat things with humor and lightness, but for whatever you need, ask them, ask your guardian angel for whatever you need, and they will see what they can do to bring it to you in the state of grace and divine timing. Thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.